And this goes out to all my Parasite Eve fans here, because Sony decided to play a little game with you. So they announced a game called Sybiogenesis, or Sybiogenesis, whatever you want to call it. It's a brand new entertainment. Well, actually, before I get into details, basically, you for a reason why this name is particularly stands out, because it is a term that you hear in Parasite Eve, when two organisms kind of mutated together and whatnot, and so that was an indication that maybe this is a new entry of the Parasite Eve, because the last one that came out was called The Third Birthday, and that was on the PSP. I sold it to him for a good price, and but everybody's been waiting for Aya to make a return back into this world. But we find out that it is not a new game. It is something that has to do with NFTs in general. So it is a brand new entertainment content set in a self-contained world where a wide cast of characters, symbiotes, all of which can be collected as digital art, an interactive story, and dedicated community. Square says in the statement, the art can be used for social media profile pictures and as a character in a story that takes place in alternate world where the player can untangle a mystery by completing missions that resolves around questions of I'm not even going to try to say that word.
Monopolization?
Yeah, sure. I was going to screw that word up. Anyways, with each strategic move players make, more of the story unfolds. So, not much else is known about this Web3 project, but last month, Square Enix trademarked Sybiogenesis in Japan, and it was rumored to be some sort of Parasite Eve revival due to the word, which I mentioned before. It's a term that was in Parasite Eve. So it's interesting because they're not the only ones. It is a bit of a slap in the face when you hear games that you haven't heard in a while come back in a way, but not in the way you want it. I know sometimes that gamers get kind of shoot themselves in the foot because we get overexcited when we hear a certain term like, oh, it's coming back, and they're like, oh. Yeah. And I think part of that's our fault too, but at the same time, for them,
they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing enough to me where it's like, come on. Now, you know damn well that people want this game to come back, but yet you're using it for this experiment, this one. Because, Parasite Eve is so good that people are going to jump into that NFT. Like, why don't you do a Final Fantasy? That's a no-brainer to me. No, Final Fantasy is still popular. Why don't you do a Final Fantasy NFT game?
Or don't do an NFT game at all, because NFTs are in the dumpster anyway. These companies are coming out a day late and $1 short on this NFT crap. Mm-hmm. You know, the market's in the dirt. It's crashed. So I really hope this is like a weird swerve, gotcha. You know, oops, Aya Brea is taken over, and now it's Parasite Eve Regenesis or Parasite Eve Sybiogenesis or something like that. I really hope their plane is crashing. They need to pull up at the last minute and save this, because there are a lot of people who are going to be upset if they kind of waste a Web3 project and NFTs. You might as well go for the trifecta and say, oh, it's going to be in the metaverse.
Yeah, but Square Enix did say they were going full into NFTs way earlier, so we should not be surprised. I think we're just upset that like they're doing properties that don't really do well for them, and they're using it for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, Parasite Eve it's a cult following, so you want to use that to do your NFTs for that, and not use a Final Fantasy to me that, you know, it's one of the biggest franchise ever to sell that product easier.
It's making money. It is printing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Parasite Eve. Well, of course, this is not coming to the Western. This is Japan for right now, I think. But regardless, though, like Parasite Eve, I think a lot of people are like, "What is that?" It's only for like really more old school people, you know, that would know that term.
Essentially, anyone born before I would say 1998 or 99 is probably going to understand or know what Parasite Eve is. Maybe.
It's almost like hearing a new Musashi game and then as an NFT. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I was actually about to say that. I was actually about to say, yeah, that'd be like Brave fucking Vincent Musashi or Bushido Blade.
Yeah.
NFTs.
Yeah,
But they call it like Katana Strike Fight. And it's
because those are the choices that are going to get people to get back into that franchise, right? You're like, oh yeah, I haven't played Musashi. Why don't we play this game? Oh, this makes me want to go back and play the first two. No.
I mean, God forbid they just remaster their Parasite Eve games, port the PSP version on up, or remaster and re-release their Bushido Blade games. No.
If anything, they need to, for Parasite Eve not remaster, they need to remake, because due to like the horrors now getting all these remake, Parasite Eve needs to get a remake to join that family.
I agree, but if they want to capitalize on the hype early, remaster 1 and 2, and then say, oh, by the way, Parasite Eve remake coming, soon.
Man, I don't know. I mean, Konami didn't need to do that. So, I mean...
No, but Konami had to just really remember that they make games anyway.
I don't know. I mean, you can still buy them digitally on the PlayStation 3. I wish, those games were on the premium for people to give that a try in that aspect. But I don't know. I
don't know what? I wish the games that you bought on the PS3 that are on your same account. Sorry, we're going back to the other thing.
Yeah, right.
Those games that you bought, you could access them on your PS5.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I have to stream this? Why can't I just do this pro bono?
When you're on top, you don't have to do nothing. So.
Exactly.